What is up? What is up? What is up, y'all? We are live once again. It feels like it's been forever since I have been before y'all live. I'm a little nervous. It's been such a long time. Last time I came before you live, I tried to live stream the inauguration ceremony, and YouTube got to smacking my hand, slapping me down on the channel, cutting my live stream, y'all. It was a crazy day. And we got a warning for trying to stream something that was available to the public, but we learned something that day. Some things, even as Elon Musk declares us the new media, these independent voices, y'all, we are not privy to everything. There are some things that the mainstream media still likes to keep to themselves, even in a mass media feed. We are not entitled to it, not to restream it. But it was an interesting day, and that was the last time I was live before you. I've been grinding, y'all. I've been working. I've been trying to get my book finished, and here we are on the first day of February 2025, and I am able to send my manuscript off to the editors to get that thing right so that we can be released this month. And I feel good about it. It's a whole lot of words in that thing, and I need some corrective eyes to take a look at what I have penned for the world to see before we release it. Y'all, we got some people in here, came in here early, y'all. Thank y'all for being here and being a part. Deathclaw Jedi in the building says, I don't even have to watch this. Oh, really? I don't even have to watch this. I'm good. I already know. I already know what the situation is. I already know what you're going to say. He says, I'm not sorry, but humpback whales can only be transported in a Klingon bird of prey. Oh, Deathclaw Jedi, you are being mean today. You're being mean. Have you prayed today? Have you taken your vitamins? Have you got a little exercise? You're coming across wound up a little tight, Jedi. We hope you're not casting aspersions upon this woman who simply wanted to get to a watch party. We're going to talk about it a little piece today. And I talked about it in the week, y'all. We just going over a story that I went over earlier on in the week. If you happen not to see it, then you get a little bit of it here today. Happy Mac is in the building, says, much blessed evening to you. Thank you, Mac, wherever you are in the world. It is 3:01 p.m. out here on the West Coast. I would say the sun is shining bright in the sky, but it's a rarity, y'all, that it is actually raining outside. Skies are gray. It is wet outside. So I'm staying in the house. But I rushed to get in front of my computer and my camera because I needed to be back in front of y'all. I wanted to start the month off right. I had taken a week or so off to get my manuscript all together. And I think I got it where I needed to be in order to get the editor's eyes on it. It's a long process, y'all. I read it, I write it, I read it, I edit it, I give it to a couple people that I know, let them look at it, look it over, give it back to me with a couple notes on it. I read it again, take some more corrective action. Then I send it off to the editor. The editor's gonna make her edits. She's gonna give it back to me. I'm gonna read her edits and see whether I like them or not. And then the final editor is my wife. Once all of this is done, I'll give it to my wife and say, hey, read this. Tell me what you think about it. See if it makes sense. See if it connects with the people. If so, then we'll release it. If not, we'll work on it a little more. Chisel it down until we get it refined, till we get our message right before we put it out there for the world. Who else we got here? Petru Moisiv. I know I got that wrong. Says hi. Well, hi, Petru. Deathclaw Jedi says, howdy, y'all. Dubious Maximus, glad to see y'all on the live. Shalom, brothers and sisters. May Elohim bless and keep you. Thank you for that, Dubious Maximus. Thank you for being here. Miss Ann in the building says, hey, y'all. Our sister AJ Dradi in the building says, hey, everybody. Thank you for being here, AJ Dradi, on this Saturday. We just getting started. We just going to rock out just for a little minute. I ain't even going to be before you long. We just want to cover a story that we touched on earlier. Deathclaw Jedi says, mean? No. I'm just a realist and a joker. Comedy is one of God's gifts, even my sarcastic comic comments. Well, says the Bible, the book says laughter doth good like a medicine. So we like to laugh over here. Deathclaw Jedi, you in the right place. We're going to get to it. We're going to talk about this story a little piece, and we're going to even talk about how the Breakfast Club covered this story. Now, I covered it in such a way, I try to be respectful as I could. And understanding my background, y'all, understanding my legal education, I'm looking at this circumstance from a different situation, a different perspective. Renee Washington in the building. Good afternoon, Renee. Thank you for being here. This woman, this 500-pound woman, allegedly, I ballparked it at 500, and somebody confirmed in my comments, I believe it was Bernie Miranda, confirmed it in the comments and said, yeah, she was on a podcast or a TV show somewhere and confirmed she was about 500. I said, oh, I pegged it. See, there's signs, y'all. There's visual indicators. You say, hey, when your legs get that big where your knees don't even show, where your calves don't even have form, where you don't even have a differentiation between your calf and your ankle, you got cankles. Well, we're free to make certain assumptions about the situation. And I'm not here to clown this woman, but I heard as I did research on this story that this is a rapper in Detroit, y'all, and she's promoting certain imagery that I certainly don't agree with. We are promoting positivity in the community. We want these kids to be going in a positive direction. And it seems like somebody like this who won't even take the time to burn off more calories than you take in. Can I put it that way? We're trying to be nice here. Deathclaw Jedi, we trying to be nice. We trying to be respectful. We understand that there are certain people out there in the world who might not have the understanding that we have, Jedi. And maybe she just don't understand that the images that she's putting forth are detrimental. Maybe she don't understand how kids will internalize these images, especially if she begins to gain clout from it. And that's what makes this story so problematic. She got lawyers, y'all. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. For anybody who might not understand it, this is a woman who It's reportedly about 500 pounds. She calls a Lyft. Many of y'all got the Uber app in your phone, the Lyft app in your phone. You know how to dial a ride when you need a ride. You're somewhere, you need to get from one place to another, just dial a ride. It's so convenient, y'all. I love it. I love it. And look, I'm an American Express card holder, so I get a discount on Uber every month. They give me a credit to use Uber. So I understand, okay, it's very convenient, especially when I'm out and about and I'm in your city and I don't know which way is up or down and I need some driver in the city who at least got GPS. It's more convenient when they know the area and can get me where I need to go without, because, sometimes GPS will send you right through the hood. I've been driving in places at times and GPS will send you right down the dope track. Gee, thanks, Siri. You done got me in a shooter. They shooting at my car, Siri, because you done sent me down the gangbangers street. I didn't ask for all that. I'm just trying to get the shortest route to where I need to be. Well, can you keep me safe? Can somebody write that into the algorithm? Can somebody program that into the app? Yeah, I need the shortest route to get to where I'm trying to go, but I also want to arrive there without dying, Siri. If somebody could send that to Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg or whoever's in charge of that, just send it up the ladder and see if somebody can get something done about that. But here this woman is. She calls for a Lyft. And y'all, I'm looking at the exchange in this story. And I know this ain't the first time she done called the Lyft before, because she seems very aware of the circumstance. And the brother pulls up and he says, hey, we're not going to be able to do this. And that's where he made a mistake. He engaged this woman who was out to get a bag, in my opinion, y'all. Allegedly, we got to put that stuff out there on them folks' platform. We got to say those kind of things. But listen, this woman, as I look at her approach, she was saying certain things in this video. Oh, well, I'm too big to get in your car. Are you saying that I'm too big? Are you saying that I can't fit? Are you saying she's trained? She's practiced. She's rehearsed. As she approaches this man, he said, look, this ain't about to go good. You look about 500 pounds. I got a Mercedes here. It ain't paid off. I'm still making payments on this joint, and you about to get in my back seat. You're going to tear up my shocks. You're going to tear up my seat. You're going to tear up my whole situation, and I still got to make payments on this joint. It's not going to end well. As our sister Urban Southern Cookie enters the building, thank you for being here, sis. We ain't going to be here long. The Uber driver made a mistake, the Lyft driver made a mistake by engaging this woman. Because I've talked to Lyft drivers since I reported on this story earlier in the week. They said, hey, he could have pulled up, saw this woman, canceled the ride, and just pulled off. That's what he should have did, in my opinion. Because by engaging her, he allowed her to bait him into a situation where he entrapped himself into a legal situation, a legal circumstance that is quite unique to this state, y'all. Michigan has passed a law, and I haven't read the law because I was scrambling to get before you, and I set up this live with an appointment time, and I said, oh my God, I'm going to be late. Y'all, if you know anything about me, the worst thing I can imagine is Black folks being late, because it feeds into a certain stereotype that just drives me crazy. And here I was, scrambling at the last moment to get before you, to push the live button, to come before you and speak on this situation. This brother should have just pulled off and said, you know what? I felt threatened. Our sister Amethyst Angel in the building, Country Roads in the building. Thank you for being here. Thank you for rocking out on this afternoon. So the Lyft drivers that I talked to said he could have just pulled off and said he felt threatened or he felt unsafe in that certain situation and just mashed off and left her standing there. That's not what he did. He engaged her, and he was very polite, I might add. He was not disrespectful. He was not mean. Death Claw Jedi, he wasn't mean. He tried to engage her and say, look, I can't do this. My car ain't built for this. Listen, you need to call back in, request a ride from a larger vehicle that can accommodate you, and you're going to be good. They're going to get you where you're going. You're going to be all right. I'm going to cancel this order so you don't even get charged. The man was so respectful. He tried to put himself in a position to get out of that circumstance unscathed. But he didn't understand who he was dealing with in that moment. She was looking for an opportunity, and she said, are you telling me? She's trying to get him on record. See, here's the thing about it, y'all. And I got to look at it a certain way because I've been trained a certain way. Here's the weird thing. The state of Michigan, this happened in Detroit. The state of Michigan has passed a law, passed it through their legislature, signed by the governor, y'all, where you cannot discriminate against people based upon their weight. So here we have a situation where it looks as if this man is discriminating against this woman, and she set him up with her questions. She got him on record. Understand that in this story, he didn't record anything. It wasn't his intention to embarrass her. It wasn't his intention to put her on blast. She recorded it, and then afterwards, she subsequently blasted it out on social media. She wanted it out there. She wanted people to see it. Are you telling me that I'm too big to fit in your car? My friend got a car like this that's more recent than yours. That's newer than yours. And I can fit in it. I've sat in it. What your friend got to do with this? This man is saying, this car is my responsibility. I pay the note on this car. I pay the insurance on this car. And if you break something, if you break my seat, if you break my shocks, if you damage my car in any way, it's on me. I'm going to have to pay it. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I would rather you not get in my car. Well, there are a lot of other discussions that we could spring off of this and go off into about the health of the community, how we take care of ourselves or don't, how we should do better in the community, how we should be better and act better. Yeah, we can have all of those conversations, but here in this moment, this rapper out of Detroit, 500-pound rapper who can't seem to clothe herself fully. Every picture that I saw, every image that I've seen of her on the internet, she have clothes. And I'm like, girl, what are you doing, sis? What image are you promoting to the children in the community? What are we supposed to aspire to? Watching you get all this pub and all this fame. And now you got a whole lawsuit against Lyft. Yo, let's get into the video because I'm over talking it. I didn't mean to, but that's just the way this thing has kind of gone. Let's get into this video. I released it earlier this week, but just in case you haven't seen it, let's play it for y'all so you can get up to speed on what happened in this particular case.
This Lyft driver denied me service. BC of my size.
What you saying?
Yeah, I got no space in my car is small.
I can fit in this car.
But believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe it. So, I'm sorry.
What am I doing about my money?
Well, I'm going to cancel you. You're not going to be charged.
So you telling me I can't get in the Lyft because I can't fit in your car?
Yeah, you need to order a bigger car.
What makes you think I can't fit in the car?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What makes you think I can't fit in this car?
Because the car is small in the back.
My best friend has a Benz that's newer than this that I can fit in. That's the same size.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't.
So you really telling me I'm too busy to get in your car, so I gotta order another Lyft?
Yeah. And to be more specific with you, I got very tired.
What I got to do with your tires?
Yeah, and you have no space.
How do you know I don't have no space?
Yeah, I got no space in the back. Believe me.
How do you know I don't have no space?
Because I tried before.
Huh?
Because I've been in this situation.
So every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL experience.
No, I don't never have to order Uber XL.
Then I'm really sorry.
What's your name?
Abraham Carter.
Okay. Nope.
What's up, y'all? Gerald here, creator. All right, there, and there you have it. So it seems like she tried to set the man up. Notice that he wasn't recording at all. And Deathclaw Jedi, I appreciate you putting that in the comments. No, you are not the butt of this conversation at all. I just took interest in what you had to say before we even got started, where you said, I don't even have to watch this. I already formed my opinion. Well, let's talk it out, Deathclaw. This dude was totally chill, and the fat rapper lady is just irked. I believe that. I agree with you, Deathclaw Jedi. No, you are not the butt of this live at all. We are having a conversation as we normally do on this channel. We're going to talk it out. We're going to get through it. I believe that this woman had an agenda. It's no different than the folks who buy the cheap seats on an airplane and get into that little tiny seat, knowing that they're not a little tiny person, knowing that they're going to spill over to the left and the right. Well, you only paid for a singular seat. And those people on the left and right of you paid for a full entire seat. If you didn't pay for a seat and a half, you shouldn't be spilling over into a half a seat that somebody else paid for. I know it's kind of hard for people to come to that understanding, for people to ingest that, to understand that. But that's the reality of life. If I get on a plane, and I fly a lot on the West Coast, so I fly a lot of Southwest. I ain't got to worry about first class, business class. I fly Southwest because it's only going to take me an hour flight to get from here to LA. It's only going to take me an hour and a half, 2 hours on a bad day to get from here to Las Vegas, from here to Arizona. I understand it. It's a short flight situation. So I don't have to spend a lot of money to be in first class or business class. But when you find yourself on Southwest, you find yourself with folks that are spilling over in certain situations. Cali Fire Cleopatra said, Jumbo Jezebel. Oh, y'all want to be rude today. Cali Fire Cleopatra, be nice. Deathclaw Jedi is being nice. I think they turned it around and found themselves and said, okay, I got it out of my system. I understand it now. Yes, this driver was being nice. He was being polite. He was being respectful. But this woman was trying to get him to say certain things. Are you trying to say I can't fit in your car? Are you trying to say that I'm too big for your car? Are you trying to say? She's getting him on record saying certain things. It appears to me, y'all, that she knows the law. And why wouldn't she know the law? If you are 500 pounds trying to navigate a society that is not necessarily nice to people your size, it would behoove you to know the law. It would be in your best interest to know the law. But it seems like she has used this as an opportunity to entrap this man. And it ain't about this man, y'all. If you look at the bigger situation, if you look at the bigger story, it ain't about this man. It's about Lyft. He's just a contractor, an independent contractor working for Lyft. He a 1099 employee. He got to file taxes on this as an independent contractor every year. Lyft don't care nothing about this dude or anybody else who drive for them. It's not about him. She's trying to get to Lyft because that's what a bag is. She understands being in Michigan, there's a law that is written. And because I was scrambling to get before y'all today, I didn't have a time to pull it up. Maybe somebody in the comments can pull it up. Dante Walton in the building. Thank you, Dante. Warfare Warrior 777 in the building. Says, did the driver say he was tired? I didn't hear that. If he said that, I didn't hear it. But whether he's tired or not has nothing to do with the legalities of this situation. There is a situation in Michigan where they have passed a law. It is going through the legislature, signed by the governor. It is law in Michigan that you cannot discriminate against folks for being overweight. That complicates this whole circumstance. And I'll tell you why. And this is where I nerd out. So I'm going to try to keep it straightforward. I'm going to try to keep it simple because I don't want to get too off in the weeds for what we're trying to do today. We're trying to accomplish something real quick and get off the live. I appreciate all of y'all for rocking out with me on this afternoon. But when you talk about laws that have been passed, we can't speculate. We can't assume. And on a live like this, that's exactly what I'm doing. We speculating, we assuming, we're injecting conjecture. But the truth of the matter is, y'all, it all comes down to what the law says. When laws are passed, especially at a state level, it all has to do with what the law says, how the law is written. The language of the law rules the day. Our sister Urban Southern Cookie, we appreciate you, sis, so much. Missed you, haven't seen you since the inauguration day. She says, I used to weigh 420 pounds, and I knew my limits of where I could fit or not fit. Now, y'all, if you've rocked out here for some time, you've known this. You've heard our sister speak on this before. You know it. You've understood the situation. She spoke on it before. She got that beautiful smile that she put out here. Our sister says, I used to weigh 420. But I knew what I could do and what I couldn't do. That's being self-aware. We promote that on this channel. We all have shortcomings. We all have flaws. Ain't none of us perfect. It's up to us to be self-aware so that we can navigate certain situations that we ourselves put ourselves in. She said, I dressed appropriately then and now. I've worked hard and still am to lose 215 pounds. Y'all. Soft golf clap for our sister, our friend. Urban Southern Cookie, she said, I've lost 215 pounds. Do you know what it takes to do that? The amount of work, the amount of faith, the amount of discipline. Y'all, in 2024, I got down to 230 pounds. My highest was 267. I got down to 230 and I felt good about myself. I said, I'm going down to 220. God, take the wheel. Get me down to 220 and I'll feel okay. But if you know anything about me, y'all, you know I ain't never satisfied. When I got to 220, I would have said, God, get me to 199. I need to be under 200. Well, I got down to 230, y'all. And I stepped on a scale just the other day and it said 251. I was heartbroken. But I know I've been eating good. I know I've been cooking good. I know my wife been feeding me good. I've been well taken care of. And I said, oh my God, I've gotten from 230 up to 251. Oh, I'm fatty fat all over again. Lord, now. I'm gonna have to hit my look. Dante Dante Walden is laughing in the chat, y'all. This ain't funny, Susan Harris. Saying, listen, I told my wife the other day, and I'm just rambling, y'all. Bear with me. But I read the comments on this channel. I love y'all to life. I do. I love y'all. But the weirdest comment that I get on this channel is that he's funny. I'm funny. And listen, I ain't never been called funny in my entire life. So y'all who think that, y'all who feel that, y'all who comment that, understand something. I ain't never been that guy in my entire life. That's like the weirdest comment that I see in the chat. Now, some of y'all like to roast me. Some of y'all like to drag me, and I can deal with that. Okay, I've had that my entire life, but the whole, oh, you're funny, you're a crack up, you're this, that ain't normal. Not in my orbit. I ain't never been the funny guy. Now, I've had some hilarious dudes that I've been friends with, hilarious dudes in my family, and I'm just like, bro, you are a crack up, but I ain't never been that guy. So when y'all say that, okay, whatever, man. We just gonna keep doing what the Lord has put on our heart to do. Whether y'all take it as funny, whether y'all take it as serious, take it however God places it on your heart to take it. We just gonna rock out. Our sister continues and says, believe me, she shows her limits and was looking for a payday. I agree with you, Urban Southern Cookie, 100%. Because the way she phrased her questions, she wanted him to say certain things on camera. Understand, y'all. Understand. He was trying to be nice. He was trying to cancel the order. He was trying to get her to order a new, larger vehicle to come pick her up and get her where she needed to be. He was trying to accommodate her and give her the information she needed to get a new ride. He did not record any of this. He didn't record it. She recorded it. And she put it out on social media. She blasted it out. And this, y'all, is where I put my little law school degree hat on and say, oh, you're going to have a problem, sis. It might not work out like you thought. You set this man up. He didn't blast it out on social media. So what are the damages? Well, she going to say, oh, well, I was embarrassed and I was ashamed and I was made to feel this way and that way. Yeah, but he didn't put you out on the internet. You might have felt a certain way in the moment, but it was just between you and him. Why did you record it? Why did you promote it? Why did you blast it? Why did you try to make it go viral? And this is the situation we get into where I nerd out, y'all. Thankful to our wonderful sister Amethyst Angel. She says, I know. Tee hee hee. Oh. She hit us with the tee hee hee, y'all. She laughing with the tee hee hee. She said, pull up at the towing capacity of his car via the oh. Yeah, any lawyer worth his salt would do a thing like that. We're going to pull out the manual of the vehicle. We're going to say, what is the towing capacity? What is the seating capacity? What is the weight distribution that is appropriate for the suspension of this Mercedes-Benz? Yeah, y'all want to go to court? Let's go to court and talk about it. If it doesn't have a tow hitch, oh my goodness. Amethyst Angel, you showing out today. If it doesn't have a tow hitch, she don't qualify. I don't know if y'all understand how much weight 500 pounds is. I believe it was Bernie Miranda who left a comment that said, yeah, she admitted on another podcast or another show that she was, in fact, 500 pounds. I don't know if y'all understand how much weight that is. But this driver was clearly concerned about what it might do to his car. And I've been in Ubers, y'all, where I couldn't fit in. Listen, I'm 5'10. I wanted to say 230, but I'm up to 251. Lord, help me, Jesus. I'm about to eat good tonight. Jesus, come into my life, Lord. Touch my appetite, Lord. Control these cravings of red meat. My doctor told me the other day, look, bro, you in the 50 club, you might not want to pull back on the red meat. Lord Jesus, you know how much I love a good prime rib, Lord. You know how much I love a good ribeye, Jesus. Come into my life. Anoint my tongue, God. Anoint my taste buds. What is going on, Lord? Some of y'all older than me. Stop laughing in the chat. Some of y'all older than me. I'm new to this. I've just entered the 50 club in 2024. So some of this stuff is new. Some of the stuff I'm having to get used to and adjust. I'm having to adjust to. Listen here. Listen. My wife laughed at me, y'all. She gonna see this live. Let me roll it back. Y'all, my wife laughed at me because I said, look, I was so concerned. I was so worried about getting older. You know, you get to a certain point in your life and you say, all right, Lord, here we are. You take a look, y'all, I preach this stuff. I apply it to my own life. I would not try to impress it upon you if I didn't impress it upon myself. I look in the mirror and I say, look, bro, you closer to the end than you are to the beginning. 50. Cali Fire Cleopatra said, fill me up, Lord. Listen, fill me up with steak and potatoes. Fill me, look, at least I will say, fill me up with some vegetables. Look, I'm okay with that at this point. Things that I thought were unedible at in a young age, I'm okay and I'm open to it at this point in my life. Give me some broccoli. Give me some green beans. Give me some collard greens with the mustards mixed in. I don't play with my greenery. I try to incorporate it, but see, by the time I get to cooking it, y'all, by the time I get to rocking with it, it's gonna be so salty and so southern and so juicy and so succulent that when I go to the doctor, he like, hey, bro, what is going on? Okay, all right. Long story short, y'all, my wife laughed at me the other day because I said, hey, honey, hey, babe, hey, darling. I went to the doctor and they checked my prostate. And I was so afraid. I used to hear in my youth, they say, fear the finger. I don't know why this live is going off the rails today. I don't know. But this is where we at. I said, hey, darling, baby. They now in 2024, they check your prostate through your blood. You ain't even got to fear the finger anymore. I said, oh, the blessings of the Lord maketh rich and addeth no sorrow. Oh, I wasn't trying to be funny. I'm trying to be real. Y'all. Our sister Amethyst Angel continues and says, if it doesn't have a toe hitch, she don't qualify. I'm feeling snarky tonight. Oh, boy. Amethyst Angel feeling snarky. Lack of self-awareness irritates me. I agree 100%. See, there y'all go in the chat. What y'all laughing at? I'm being serious. I'm being serious. And look, I've seen other YouTubers, y'all, that have had what they call an after hours show, where they invite folks in and they have like adult conversations. And this is one thing that I've talked about. Oh, let me see as I scroll here. Terry K in the building. Thank you for being here. Peace Talks in the building. Everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for rocking out. Y'all, I've had these conversations. And I wonder if it's something I want to do. Because when we give assessments of the modern Christian church, especially the Black church, and I don't like saying that phraseology, Black church, I don't like it. Because there's so much nuance from church to church, from building to building, from denomination to denomination. You can't paint them with a broad brush. But I feel like, excuse me, y'all, I feel like there are so many issues that are not addressed, issues that people go through in everyday life, issues that people should be able to lean on the church to get answers. Can I just be real with y'all? To get answers, to get resolution to problems they really face. Because it's not enough in 2025, y'all. It's not enough to be dealing with this stuff at home and then say you go down to the church house one day a week, if you're lucky, in 2025. Because after COVID, y'all know the attendance has dropped off. You go down there once a week, twice a week, if you're lucky. And then they shout you real good and you get to burn off a few calories and run around the church a little bit. And then you go home and you still deal with those issues. And then we stuck to say, why doesn't the church deal with these issues? If this is a hub of the community, if this is meant to be a resource of the community, not only to help us see God, but to help us see ourselves and to help us operate in the society that we are in until we draw our last breath. Why don't we address these things? Well, y'all, I thought about it a little piece. As I was writing my little book situation, I got to thinking about, my mind was all kind of place. That's why I need an editor, because my mind was all over the place. And I got to thinking about my high school football coach who would say, focus. He put his finger on his chin. Bruh, focus. I need you to lock in. Don't let your mind go astray. Don't wander. I need you to focus on the task right now. The task that is in front of you. So, yeah, we got that out the way. We're dealing with that. But there are some other things that are going on in the community, y'all, that really trouble my spirit, really make me uneasy. And I want to address them all because I feel like I can be a resource to people on so many different levels, whether it's adolescence. Yeah, I got a degree in that. Whether it's teenagers, yeah, I got experience in that. Now, a degree ain't gonna teach you what I learned as a 16-year-old father. No, I got experience in that. Let me tell you a few things, bruh, sis. Then I got a degree in journalism and political science and communication studies, and then on to law. I could talk about all kinds of things. I feel like I can be a resource to the community. And on top of that, saved, sanctified, filled with that precious Holy Ghost, y'all. I can talk about a few things, but I'm concerned about the state of the community and how those statements that I might put out into the internet, into the world, might be received. So I'm thinking about it, I'm praying about it, I'm talking to people about it. I have spiritual guidance in my life, y'all, that I use as a resource that I run to, that I depend on for guidance and instruction. And I'm looking to do some different things in 2025. And we're going to talk about 2025 and how things are going. Anybody feeling a certain kind of way about 2025? We had a couple planes hit the ground this week, y'all. I fly a lot. I fly a lot. I fly more than most people. But I also drive a lot because I'm in California, and some of the places I need to go are 5-hour drives. Is all right. Let me just get behind the wheel, put an audio book on. By the time I get there, I'm through the book and I'm good. I like to do that. But there's something interesting going on in America these days. I have a daughter at the University of California, and down there in Southern California. She sent me a photo this weekend and was like, yo, it was yesterday. She said, it's Friday night in LA and ain't nobody on the street. She said, these folks so scared right now. I said, well, that's interesting that you would send me something like that, because she likes to call dear old dad, because dear old dad is a Christian conservative, a black conservative black man. So she understands what she gonna get. She knows the energy that she's going to get when she called me and hit me up to have a conversation. And I appreciate that. I love it. I'm glad to be there as a resource for her. She hit me up, y'all, with this photo. She stepped out, thought she was going to hang out in LA, and said, ain't nobody out here. It's a desert. I said, you know what? If it is that desolate, if it is that bereft of population, perhaps maybe these people been telling us lies all along. Maybe there are more illegal aliens in this country than they wanted us to believe. Because if it was just the 2 million that they told us was in LA, 2 million in Los Angeles, in that area, why would the streets be barren? Why would there be no one on the streets? Why would everybody be scared and afraid and going into hiding in LA? Makes me think that there are much more people here than illegally than what we thought. Makes me think that they've been lying to us all along. Makes me think that I cast my vote in the right direction. If y'all don't like this political talk, then I'm sorry. But one of my college degrees is in political science, and I nerd out on this stuff. But we're going to get back to what we came on here for, because I want y'all to understand what I see when I see this scenario. Let's get to these super checks, y'all. Our sister Amethyst Angel back again with the 20 says, cardboard baler at work produces a 1K pound bale. You must use a counterbalance to move it. She'd require a powered pallet jack. Oh my God, sis. Amethyst Angel, you are cutting up tonight. She would require a powered pallet jack for 500 pounds. It's reported, y'all, that she fell out on the stage the other day. Her knees gave out. I'm going to go in and play that video for y'all. That was reported on the Breakfast Club. She wants fame, but the kind that others who needed cranes to remove their carcass. So sad. I hear you, Amethyst Angel. Thank you for the support, sis. Wow. She says she would have needed a powered pallet jack just to move her at 500 pounds. Yeah, bro. That's going to put some weight in your vehicle. And you don't have an SUV. He's telling her, look, just order a bigger vehicle. Just get an extra large vehicle. Somebody will pull up with an SUV that has suspension that can handle your weight, and you be good. And I had somebody who approached me the other day and said, yeah, but if it was 2 females, that were 125 pounds each, along with a male that was 250 pounds, and they got in the vehicle, it wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, but that weight is distributed differently, sis. You might put the 250-pound male in the front with the two young ladies in the back, and that's distributed amongst a vehicle differently than this woman who is 500 pounds and got your car leaning to the side, got your car dipping with 500 pounds all off in one seat. We get it. We understand y'all trying to make excuses for the sister, but the sister seemed like she was out for a payday, in my opinion. That's why she filmed the man. That's why she asked the man certain questions with certain phraseology. And y'all, that's why she ran off and got these ambulance chasing lawyers. And this is where I nerded out on this, but I haven't had a chance to look at the statute. But I need you to understand, based on my knowledge and education of things like this, there is a strong likelihood that if Michigan passed a law where this woman is statutorily entitled to some kind of damages because of her weight, because of discrimination for her weight and size, well, there's a high likelihood that they put a little caveat in that legislation that protects lawyers. You know what that is? Attorney's fees. That's right. That's right. That's where my little education kicks in, where my little degree kicks in, and my wheels start turning. My old law professor used to say, where your synapses start firing. Yeah. Because when they write legislation like this, y'all, these folks so despicable. Who do you think write laws? Who do you think are your elected officials? These folks are attorneys. So who's writing the legislation? Attorneys. So it's nothing for them to write the legislation in a way that benefits attorneys. Having not even looked at the legislation, I'm just going to assume that there is a statutory minimum in that legislation. And these, look, I know I'm taking a risk here. I could be totally wrong, having not looked at it. But I rushed to get on this live to get before y'all before I could even have a chance to pull it up. So we just own it. There is likely a statutory minimum that this woman would be awarded if someone discriminates against her because of her size. Now, let's just say, hey, $20,000. We don't know what they do in Michigan, how they get down in Michigan. If you was in California where I live, it'd be $250,000. They'll give you $1 million just for being a fatty fat. Don't be offended, y'all. If you rock out with us, you know how we get down over here. But it depends, y'all, on the way that the legislation is written. So there might be a statutory minimum to give this woman a certain amount of money if it is found that she has been discriminated against because of her weight. So she would get that minimum. If I were a juror, I'd want to give her $1. That's what I said in my video earlier on in the week. You can go back and check it. I said I'd give her $1. Yeah, the statute is written in the way it is written. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I respect the law. I would go with the law and rule in your favor, sis, but I would award you damages of $1 because what did you lose? Yeah, you may have lost 10, 15 minutes until another car pulled up. You wouldn't have been as embarrassed had you not blasted it out on social media, on the internet. So it's your fault that it went viral. It's not the driver's fault. It's not Lyft's fault. You did that because you wanted to make a big thing out of it. And now you're suing for millions of dollars. Well, ain't no way you're going to get that. Even statutorily, and that can't be in the statute. And if that's in the statute, then maybe we need to let Michigan secede from the United States, because that is un-American that you would allow someone to get millions of dollars on some foolishness like this. It's just un-American. And y'all right now, after 2 weeks of Donald Trump 2.0 and this administration falling into place, y'all, I'm feeling quite American right now. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I know some folks ain't. I've talked to them. They ain't feeling too good about America right now. I'm feeling great. But this woman who has filed this lawsuit with these ambulance chasing lawyers, I sat in class across the classroom from ambulance chasing lawyers that I knew were going to be this type of lawyer when they got out of school. They're representing this woman and saying, hey, she is entitled to millions of dollars because of this circumstance where she was denied a ride because of how big she was. Well, here's the thing that gets me, and I haven't looked at the statute. I'm going to repeat that again so y'all can look into it. You can dig it up for yourself. But there's a thing that people like to write in this legislation of this type. Understand, y'all, who's writing the legislation. Understand who y'all elect in your state legislatures. And I can't think of a worse state legislature than California, where I'm at. I've worked in the state capitol as a staffer to an elected official. I know just how bad it is. But one of the things they do, y'all, is putting caveats in those bills for themselves. And I just imagine Michigan, Detroit specifically. I just imagine that there is language in that legislation that says, yeah, this woman, if you are found liable for discriminating against her for being a fatty fat, she's going to be entitled to a statutory minimum. But she's also going to get lawyers' fees, y'all. And that's the linchpin of the whole situation. You're looking at this circumstance and you're saying, why is it blowing up? Why is everybody talking about it? Why is it this, that, and the third? There it is. I would almost guarantee that if you looked up that legislation, there are attorneys' fees that are written into that legislation, such that she might get a statutory minimum of $5,000, but her attorneys might get $1 million based on the statute, based on the way the statute is written. So they don't care what she get. They don't care what her circumstance is. They know she is what she is. They looking at her just like you looking at her. They see what you see, but they are also seeing an opportunity to get their attorney's fees and run up that bag on a circumstance like this. Our brother Christopher Brinkley, thank you for the 20, says this woman is upset. So she sues the Uber driver, Lyft. She's definitely not in her sound mind. Well, I don't know. Christopher Brinkley, are you out of your sound mind if you're a scammer, if you're an opportunist, if you're looking for a come up? If you're looking to hit a lick like this? Oh, I can just call a Lyft and see how they act, see how they respond, and have my camera ready to catch somebody on camera and ask them specific questions. This might be something that has gone around in the fatty fat community. Y'all might be talking about this in your private chats, spreading these cheat codes, trying to share this information with each other in an attempt to come up. Y'all might meet up in the parking lot of Lane Giant and be sharing these tips and tricks, trying to entrap these drivers. We don't know. We can only assume. When you eat bad, you're not operating with a sound mind. Okay. I can agree with that, Christopher Brinkley. When you eat bad, you ain't operating with a sound mind. I'm okay with my boring Christian stoic life, gym, job, church, family, etc. Sound like a good life to me, Chris. I'm glad you enjoy it. Make it the best it can possibly be, because we only get one time to walk this walk. I'm learning that. I'm coming to a deeper understanding of that as I age. Thank you so much for your support. Appreciate you so much, y'all. Let's go to this other clip if we can. Let me see if I can pull it up here. And we're going to talk about it for just a moment. The Breakfast Club, and I don't reference them too much because I know they always own that foolishness, but they did take some calls the other day and try to get a perspective from people. And I think they were a little bit surprised about how these things went. So let's see if we can bring this into the stream and talk about the response of the people that I don't think Charlemagne and company was ready for. Let's take a look.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Just Hilarious, Charlemagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Right now, we're in Breakfast Club court. Now, this conversation comes from Just with the Mess yesterday. It's about a rapper, Big Dank, who was a female rapper from Detroit. She ordered a Lyft, and the Lyft said she was too big. Let's listen.
So you telling me I can't get in the Lyft because I can't fit in your car?
Yeah, you need to order a bigger car.
What makes you think I can't fit in the car?
Because the car is smaller than that, baby.
My best friend has a Benz that's newer than this that I can fit in. That's the same size. So you really telling me I'm too big to get in your car, so I gotta order another Lyft?
And to be more specific with you, I got very tired.
I am a notorious fat shamer.
We know.
Some will even call me a bigot of big backs. So I had to put my prejudice aside to answer this question. But I have to side with the Lyft driver. I respect him for being honest, and I think Big Dank's feelings are hurt. That's why she's making such a big deal about this. Because the reality is, when you are a certain size, the world is not designed for you. And I don't care if it's a plane, a ride share service, a ride at Universal Studios. They're going to tell you that you're too big for said ride if you are too big for said ride. I don't see the problem here.
Jess?
Thank you, Urban Southern Cookie. Thank you, Tresta Richardson. Thank you, Amethyst Angel, Country Roads. I'm going to get everybody in here. Flea Market. I like that name. Flea Market Floppy Disk. Oh, my goodness. I love that. Flea Market Floppy Disk? Really? TCR Studios. Thank you. So what I was saying, y'all, let me go back to it. I threw this up on the screen and I said, thank you to our sister Susan Harris for the 10, for the support. We appreciate you. She said, Gerald, enjoying the live stream and chat, looking forward to 2025. And what I was saying when y'all couldn't hear me was that I'm rocking out for 2025. I'm going to go hard. We on Them Folks platform, and we understand what that means. If you rocked out with me for some time, you already know what that means, but I'm going hard. I had to get this book out of my system. I took some time. I tried to focus. I've written essays, y'all. I've written papers. I've written 30-page research papers in law school on intellectual property. I've done these things. I knew I had it in me, but this was different. I needed to put something out there that I thought would reach people. And it's 60,000 words later. I'm sending it to my editor. They probably gonna chop it down by 10,000 words or so, because word salad happens. I get it. It's what it is, but I had to get it out. And I got a couple other book ideas that I need to get out of my system in 2025. But on this platform here, if God lays his hand on it, if God blesses it, I'm going to show out. I'm going to show out. I'm going to rock out. And I'm going to give y'all everything I got. I appreciate y'all for rocking out with me. I appreciate y'all for supporting what we got going on here, what we are building here. We are trying to make the community better again, because we know that if the community is better, then America will benefit. Yeah, we are part of the Make America Great Again movement. But we are more nuanced than that. Because we got folks we focusing on. We got folks that should be being blessed that are not being blessed. People that should be being advanced that are not being advanced by things that have been placed in the community to help them that are not helping them at all. I ain't finna call out no names tonight. I just hope you understand that that's where my mind is focused. Because I grew up in an era where, y'all, can I say it? I'm a little old, y'all. And I know some of y'all older than me. I ain't trying to make y'all feel bad. I understand what my demographic is. I ain't trying to make y'all feel bad at all. I understand where I am in life. But there are things that occur as you get older that affect you in a certain way, affect your mentality in a certain way. I got a friend right now who is struggling with stage 4 breast cancer. And she's documenting it online every step of the way. She's a soldier, a fighter, a hero. So you understand as you get older, there are things that can affect you in certain ways. And I don't want to get sidetracked or thrown off by those types of things that could throw you off and disorient you with your mission. I want to stay focused on the mission. But staying focused on the mission means staying prayed up, staying faithful to those things that I was taught as a child. And they are now manifesting in my life in my 50s. Y'all, I am proud to be in the 50 club. Train up a child in the way that it should go. When he gets old, he will not depart from it. I'm thankful for that youthful training that I got in certain situations, and I will share them throughout 2025. We're going to talk about all kind of stuff, but we're going to stay faithful to the word and try to put it out in a certain way that people can grasp it and grow from it. Because as I presented to y'all, yeah, it helps me along the way. And that's something that I had to come into an understanding with on this platform. Took a while, but we got there. 2 years in doing this platform like this, okay, I get it now. As I communicate with y'all, I learn from y'all. I glean from y'all. I pull on y'all as a resource. I hope you don't feel like, yeah, he always begging. He always asking for information. He always asking for our opinions. Listen, I learned as much from y'all as I hope y'all learn from me. I sat in these folks' classrooms, them folks' classrooms. I took them tests. I read them books. I wrote them papers. And I'm hoping that I can regurgitate some of that stuff to help somebody on this platform as I learn from you. Our sister, Amethyst Angel, with the support says, that Michigan law is an employment law. Oh, Amethyst Angel. Oh my goodness, sis, what have you uncovered? She says, you can't discriminate in hiring due to obese. Oh, see, that's what I don't like, Amethyst Angel. That's what I don't like. Because you get these ambulance chasing lawyers that will get in there and try to twist the law. They know how it's written. They sat in the same classes I sat in. They know what that law says, and they will try to apply the law to circumstances that it shouldn't apply to. Oh, Amethyst. Thank you for dropping that. Oh, my goodness. See, you have lit a fire under my hind parts this evening, Amethyst Angel. That's some foolishness. Says, still can't find any legal precedent, state or federal, that apply to contracted services. I'll get back to you. Well, listen, look, Amethyst Angel is one of my ones, y'all. She one of my ones that I rock out with. She will send me an email and say, hey, bro, check this out. I ain't heard you talk about this. Peep this, bro. And I love her for it. So when she say, look, I'm going to dig a little deeper and get back to you, I know she's going to get back to me. I already know what it is. But listen, we got this young sister here who try to set this brother up. I hope that these ambulance chasing attorneys are not trying to twist employment law into discrimination civil rights law, because then we got a real problem. I hope that the court kicks their draws and they behind for presenting something like this to the court. Let's go.
Who you siding with?
I'm siding with the Uber driver. I said it yesterday. Look, she made more attention come to her, and I think she mad because people coming at her. I don't even think she mad about, like, that happened to her before. Somebody done pulled up and pulled off before. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not the first time this happened. You made it big and you didn't like the feedback that you got from it. So that's what happened. She's mad at that. And now it's I gotta stand up for all big people, and y'all put us in the category. Y'all too big for all y'all to fit in one category anyway.
And we do put them in the category. And guess what that category is?
What?
XXXL. That's why they have categories.
And see, this is one of the things I said on my video in the week, y'all. The brother said too much. She baited him into a conversation and she trapped him into saying more than he should have said. And I agree with Just Hilarious. Look, if he would have pulled up and just saw what the situation was, he could have canceled the order and just pulled off, and it wouldn't have been an issue. We wouldn't even be talking about this right now. You see, you observe the situation for what it is, smash off, cancel the order, and you're gone. But she baited him into a conversation where he had to admit that the reason he didn't want to drive her to her location was because of her size. Her questions were pointed and specific. She knew what she was doing. She entrapped the man, and now she's filed a lawsuit.
Oh, come on now.
It ain't. No, but that's what buses are for. I feel like, you know,
Jesus Christ.
No, it's no XXXL truck. That's where the buses
now you want them to call an ambulance to pick her up. Come on now.
We're acting like there's not things for big people. Lane Bryant exists.
Well, the problem is Jesus Christ. The problem is not the Lyft driver, right? Because I'm not mad at that. I'm mad that she picked the wrong car.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot, like, I'm a family of 6 or 8 when I go out with my whole family. I can't get the small Hyundai. I got to get the big XL. I got to know what I'm driving in. And she should have ordered the bigger car.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of having sizes? They got size 16s for a reason. You can go to Shein right now. The largest clothing size they got is 5XL. Some people get mad at that because they are bigger than that.
How do you know that?
Yeah.
Because I Googled it and researched it for this topic. Okay. All right. I'm not trying.
All right, y'all know how this platform works. You know how they get down on this platform. We can't use too much of their content or folks gonna get to tripping over here, but you understand what was going on over at the Breakfast Club. And you know, I don't agree with them much, especially when they get to talk about politics. I don't agree with them at all when they get to talk about politics, because some of the things they advocate for are detrimental to the community. And we trying to make it better. We trying to make it greater than it's ever been. But in order to do that, y'all, it's going to have to be some hard changes made. It's going to have to be some endurance through some trying times, because y'all in the community have been tricked, have been manipulated into thinking that things that were beneficial, things that were not beneficial were beneficial. And you need to be reprogrammed in your mind to understand that certain things that have been pushed into your atmosphere, into your ether, are not good for you. Whether it be your food, whether it be your music, whether it be your education, your attitude, whether it be your familial relationships or lack thereof, certain things have been pushed upon you that have not been good for you. And in order for us to make you better and the community better, we got to reprogram all of that. And that's the basis for the book that I'm going to publish in just a few weeks here. 5 things your absent father should have told you. I need you to understand, I've never been an absent father. Nope, not my story. But I have been a father at an early age, and I've been there every step of the way. I've learned some important lessons, and I've had some friends who grew up in situations that weren't like the situation that I created for my family. And I said, oh, there's lessons to be learned here. There's things to be shared here. Because there's something I got here that is missing over there. And the only reason I learned it is because my father was there for me and taught me certain things and was instrumental in my life. So let me stay here from day one. Let me make sure that I am here, I am present, I am active, so that I can impart certain things into the lives of my children. And as I grew older from a teenager, I saw that certain people that I knew didn't have those same things, didn't impart those same things into their children's lives. And you look at their kids now and you say, maybe, just maybe, if you had been there, maybe, just maybe, if you had shared some of the things that you had learned, maybe if you had imparted some things in their life, they would be better off. But because you did not, because you were neglectful, because you didn't care enough, those kids were left to suffer. And here we go, y'all, with a whole nother generation. It's about to fall in line with the things that we don't want for the community. Peace Talk says we need more involved fathers and nurturing mothers, 100%. Get them parents off drugs. Get them parents off welfare. Get them parents off government dependence. Teach those parents how to love themselves, because they can't love others until they learn how to love themselves. Peace Talks. How can we expect a mother to love a child when she has never been taught to love herself? How can we expect a father to love a child when he has never felt love? He don't even know what love feel like. He is numb to love. You love him too hard, he gonna run away. He gonna be fearful of that. What is that? What is going on? What is my mind tripping on? What is my heart feeling? I gotta get out of here. I'm out. That was weird. Nah, bro, that was love. Nobody ever taught you anything about it, so you don't know. Ain't no Sunday school lesson on that. Ain't no Bible study lesson on that. If there is, y'all ain't been teaching it. And here we are with a whole generation of folks who are lost. So where do they find love? This thing that they don't even understand, this thing they don't know anything about. Well, they feel like the gang gives them love. That's right. They feel like when they go out with the homies, they hit licks. And they get dapped up by the homies for stealing cars and stealing property and shooting stuff up. Oh, well, that's the love that I need. No, bro, that ain't love at all. And if we're going to do good by you, we need to teach you that love is definitionally different than what you understand. We need to teach you that if you are 500 pounds, sir, ma'am, sir, ma'am, if you are walking around here 500 pounds in some, oh my God, in Amethyst Angel in some leggings. James Campbell said airlift operation Dumbo drop. Oh my goodness. You are cutting up tonight. I'm going to pray for you, James Campbell. You are on one tonight. Everybody say a prayer for James. He tripping tonight. Airlift operation Dumbo drop. Oh my goodness. Amethyst Angel, if you're walking around 500 pounds, there's something going on there. And I lean on my sister, Urban Southern Cookie, who said, bro, I lost over 200. This sister was over 400 pounds. She said, bro, and got the most beautiful smile. She light up the chat every time she come in the room. She's like, bro, you don't even know my history. You don't know about me. I was over 400 pounds. I lost 200 of them. Well, she got a testimony. But we all know that the testimony don't come without the test. So it takes something to drop 200 pounds. It don't take nothing to walk around and wallow in 500. Don't take nothing to be happy in 500. Look, AJ Droddy said, I lost 40 pounds and it found me. AJ Droddy, I got down to 230, felt good about myself, and all of a sudden, 20 pounds hopped back on me. It found me too, AJ. Now I got to shake it off a little piece. Yo, we got to promote positive messages into our young people. They are the future. I know a lot of people are anxious about what's going on right now in society. There's a political shakeup going on in this country. I try to cover it on this channel. If you're not subscribed, then go ahead and click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get all the political stuff that I drop throughout the week. One of my goals is to be live on a regular schedule in 2025. We're going to work it out, y'all. I've been kind of hibernating a little bit since the inauguration to get this book done, but we're going to get it done. We're going to get it out. We're going to make it available, and then we're going to get back on task. We're going to lock it down. We're going to make it happen. And I hope that y'all are praying for me as I pray for you, even as we deal with the issues of this platform. It is a positive way to reach people all across the world. We got people across the pond that tune in, people that reach out to me on email and comments and leave me all kind of beautiful messages. Y'all make me feel good. Y'all keep me inspired. I pray for you, and I hope that you pray for me, y'all. If I were on the jury in this case, I'm a law-abiding citizen, y'all. I'm a legally educated man. I understand how laws can be written. If the law is written in such a way that says statutorily that if you discriminate against this woman, that she is deserving of X, I would abide by that law because that's the way the law is written. If you don't agree with it, then you go to your legislature and you lobby to get the law changed. That's the way this works in America. Amethyst Angel says she's going to send me some information to make sure that is the case, because if it's not, y'all, if I was on a jury, I would rule in her favor and say, okay, the law says statutorily she has been discriminated against, but I would rule that she receive $1 in damages, because I ain't seen no damages. I've been in civil cases up the yang, y'all. And let me tell you something. Can I tell y'all something? I don't know what your proclivities are. I don't know what floats your boat. Can we put it that way? I don't know what makes you feel good. I don't know what makes you happy. But I've had a lot of happy experiences in my life, and one of the greatest experiences that I've ever had was going into federal court and slapping down a big law partner, knowing that I hadn't even passed the bar. Yeah, I got a law degree, but I hadn't even passed the bar. I went to law school so I would be able to think like a lawyer, because I knew that I was in a David versus Goliath situation. I knew I had to be able to think like them in order to defeat them. Big law, multi-million-dollar law firm. And to smack them down in federal court and kick their draws in their behind, y'all, was one of the greatest feelings of my life. Maybe I'll write a book on that. Well, since I've signed some NDAs in my life, they got to pay you for your silence at a certain point. Since I've signed some NDAs, maybe I won't write a book on it. How about that? Amethyst Angel, thank you for your support. She says, Meg the Stallion is down to being a mayor. Oh, goodness. She is no longer a stallion. She's a My Little Pony, Amethyst Angel. Is that what you're saying? Even that other bigger one started hating once she lost weight. Oh, so much for body positive. Messages are changing in 2025. It's all the way live. Yes, sis. And that's the benediction right there. It's all the way live. We're going to keep it live. I'm going to figure something out here. We're going to put a schedule together, and I'm going to be able to come to y'all on a regular schedule where we can unify, where we can unite. Oh, Amethyst Angel, that was, she done went from being a stallion to a mare. Oh. Y'all, we're going to get it together in 2025. But I hate how situations like this make the community look, because it fits into so many different stereotypes that I don't particularly agree with. But how can I sit here and say, oh, it ain't true when you got evidence that it is? Oh, how can I sit here and say, oh, it ain't right when you got evidence that it's happening? These are the things that we fight against every day. When we talk to your kids and we try to say, hey, there's a better way, there's a different way. Why don't you try this way? Why don't you try God in your life? Why don't you do it a different way than what you see on BET and MTV and VH1 or whatever else is out there? There's a better way. Well, we faced with stuff like this. Folks been in my comments talking about how dope of a rapper she is. Bro, I ain't said nothing about her rap. Her rap is not the issue. Now, if you want to make it the issue, it sound like you was talking about how good her rap is. It sound like she lose her breath when she talk. She out of breath just by speaking. Did you see her try to walk down the hall in the video? She can't walk. You gonna tell me this is a good thing? TCR Studio says Budweiser would have had a better chance of promoting her. LOL. We gonna LOL on that. TC. AJ Dry says, oh Lord, I thought I heard y'all say Meg the mayor. No. Say it ain't so, AJ. Don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. I need y'all to be attentive. And listen, if something like that get on the ballot, I need you to activate, just like they activated over there in Dalton and Thornton Township and got Tiffany Henyard up out of there. Listen, I would need y'all to stand up and put forth some effort. Don't let that happen. We know these people don't deserve to be in politics, but we've seen in the last political cycle, y'all, they are willing to put them in place because they think that's what the blackity blacks want. Yeah, they think we that dumb. They discount people like me who get out here and talk about conservative politics. They discount us because they know even though we get out here and raise our voices, the blackity blacks will still vote on that Democrat plantation for 90+%. No matter how high we raise our voices. Seems like we are facing insurmountable odds. Well, y'all, we're going to stay faithful in 2025. I'm going to rock out with y'all in 2025. I'm going to get this book done. I'm going to get it out, and we're going to get back on here and get to talking our talk. I love communicating with y'all. I love being a part of this community. I love how it's growing, and I love the quality of people that are being a part of this community. Yeah. Felt good to come to y'all tonight on February 1st, year of our Lord 2025. It's Black History Month, y'all. It's Black History Month, y'all. I said I wasn't gonna say it, but I feel it bubbling up in my chest meat. I feel it bubbling. Just look, Black History Month, y'all. That's what it is. And God bless it. Our duly elected President Donald Trump gave a proclamation from the White House of Black History Month, and I felt good about it. Thank you, Mr. President. Y'all stay prayed up. Y'all stay faithful. It's going to be some rocky times ahead in America. It's not going to be smooth sailing. There's a rough transition coming. We've already seen it in the events that have taken place this week. But don't let yourself get so neglectful. Don't let yourself get so disconnected. Don't let yourself get so unaware of self that you explode to 500 pounds. I need you to understand it. I need you to stay aware of it. I need you to keep it front of mind. Because I can't think of a scenario where I can find an excuse for somebody to walk around as a 500-pound woman, not even a woman, a human. A 500-pound human. Where you lose your breath just by speaking. Where your head look like the size of a watermelon. Sis. And then on top of that, you gonna half dress it and wear halter tops and leggings? What are we doing in 2025, y'all? We got to be able to do better. I just believe it. Miss T says February 1st, 1960, the first sit-in. Well, Miss T, if we got folks walking around here 500 pounds on February 1st, we don't need to be sitting down on nothing. We need to be up and moving. We need to be up on a Stairmaster. We need to be up with some resistance training. We need to be doing some sprints, Miss T. Amethyst Angel with the support says, we have full-chested men in leadership. Everybody's skin is going to have to get thicker. Yes. Yes, Amethyst. Yes, 100%. Or immigrate. Donald J. Trump holds like I drank. Sober 21 years. Okay. She said, Donald J. Trump holds like I drank. Sober 21 years. Look, at some point, sis, we'll talk about that. Sober 21 years. We're gonna talk about it. Because you know what? Somebody need to hear your journey. Somebody need to hear your pathway. Somebody need to hear how you made it out. Somebody is where you were. We're gonna talk about it here in 2025. I promise you. I appreciate your support. Sis says, if you can't handle it, back away from the bar. Whoo. Whoo. If you can't handle it, bruh, sir, ma'am, sir, ma'am, if you can't handle it, we need you to back away from the bar. You out your league. You out your depth. And you may just be going in the wrong direction. You may just need some support like what we got here in this community to help you out and steer you towards a better pathway to where you want to be in life. Back away from the bar. You have overstepped. And that is the benediction for the night, y'all. I appreciate you, our sister Amethyst Angel, for all of your support. I appreciate all of our supporters tonight. Urban Southern Cookie, Christopher Brinkley, Susan Harris, everybody. Amethyst Angel is our sponsor for the night. All of you who have given and supported what we do here on this channel, I rock out with you all heavy. I thank you all for being a part of this situation. I thank you all for spending some time with me, letting me get some thoughts off, some energy off. Whether you agree with me or not, when we come into this space, we agree not to be disagreeable. Even if we disagree, we're going to be nice. Is that all right? Especially in 2025, y'all. I appreciate you all. Thank you for your support. Thank you for rocking out in the chat. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you on the next one.